On a moonless night, far above the quiet earth, a streak of fire tore through the sky. It was not a meteor, but a wounded craft limping through the atmosphere. Inside was Z, an alien traveler from a civilization that had bent the laws of physics to its will. His ship, sleek, silver, and alive with technology beyond human imagination, had been struck by a swarm of micrometeoroids. Circuits had fried, engines had collapsed, and now the vessel bled sparks like a wounded animal. Z had no choice but to crash land on the blue planet below. The UFO came to rest in the shadow of wheat fields on the edge of a small town. As the smoke cleared, Z scanned his ship. The damage was worse than expected. Its propulsion core had fractured, and the repair protocols were useless without specialized tools. He knew the humans of this planet were primitive, barely scratching the surface of spaceflight, yet there was no alternative. He had to find someone who understood machines, someone who could improvise with what little they had. The risk, however, was enormous. To reveal his true form might mean panic, violence, even death. He activated his morphic field, reshaping his tall, luminous body into the likeness of an ordinary human man. His voice shifted, his skin dulled, and his brilliant eyes dimmed to a simple brown. For the first time in his life, Z looked human. At dawn he walked into town, amazed at how noisy and alive the place was. The air smelled of bread and diesel, children ran barefoot in the streets, and vendors shouted over one another to sell their goods. Humans were messy, chaotic, but undeniably full of life. Z's eyes caught on a weathered sign above a small workshop, "Hassan's Auto Repair, engines fixed here." His heart quickened. Perhaps this mechanic could help. He entered cautiously, watching a man in oil-stained clothes bent over an old truck engine. "Excuse me," Z said carefully, speaking in newly learned English. "I need help with a machine." The mechanic, Hassan, glanced up, wiping sweat from his brow. He sized up the stranger, tall, oddly dressed, and strangely formal. "Everyone needs help with machines," Hassan chuckled. "What kind of machine are we talking about?" Z hesitated. "Not from here. A machine that fell from the sky." Hassan frowned, then burst out laughing. "You're joking, right? Some kind of tourist prank?" But Z's serious expression did not break. Intrigued and a little unnerved, Hassan followed when Z beckoned. Together they walked out of town, across the fields, until they reached the hidden craft. Hassan froze. The metallic curves shimmered in the sunlight, its hull scarred with burns, its design unlike anything on Earth. "Ya Allah," he whispered. "What is this?" "My vessel," Z said quietly. "It is broken. I cannot repair it alone. I need your help." Fear warred with curiosity in Hassan's heart. A sane man would have run, but the mechanic had spent his life with machines. Engines spoke to him in awe.